In tonight's video I have Ted's excellent Connecticut Toro 6x50. You see it right here. It's a little dark, the lighting not the greatest, but this is it. I'm going to have to take a knife to it to undo this top seal here. This is a pain right here. It's a pain in the ass seal. Gotta use a lot of this to. They make it special like they make it, but it's also got to be screwed off the hard way too. I'll tell you how this is. I've had this for about 3 months or more now. I'm ripping off the Ted's wrapper here. Stick it in here. Well, it remains that it'll be a tube. Smells almost like the Maker's Mark that he puts out, actually. Smells like the Maker's Mark. When you think about it, this is what it looks like now out of the package. However clear of a view that is, I don't really know, but yeah. Smells a nice grassy grain. Grass, grain, and mustiness and fruit. Maybe like a mango, some fruit, as if it's an aromatic cigar, and a foot smell with green tea. A lot of aroma in this thing. This isn't going to be your typical Connecticut, I don't think. This was about $7.99, I would say, roughly. But it's been in the case for a while, and now I just put it out, so I just took it out. So this will be a very interesting smoke. I'm gonna cut this again. Good draw, a little snug. Has like a fruity saltiness. It's got a lot of aroma in it. I would really be interested to see how this smokes. But this guy makes the Maker's Mark cigars. Ted does, it looks like. The flavor infused Maker's Mark, you know. Tasted very good so far, very nostalgic. Oh, a little saliva now. Yeah, I dropped a little bit too much saliva when I was lighting it. I hate when that happens. You put your energy into lighting it, and then you're puffing on it, and then it drops like a little goo of saliva right on it. Makes it start off a little bit hotter. Nice pleasant flavor, like a nice nutty taste. With a little soil nut mustiness. Smooth overall. retrohale, creamy like wood chips, like a hamster cage kinda out the retrohale. Like that hay, like that heavy hay. Maybe a little green tea. It might have a hint of that green tea type taste. I like that. Yeah, just a nice overall flavor. I like what I'm experiencing so far. Come back after I see how it develops a little bit. Burning a little bit uneven right now though, just a little bit. Yep, canoeing just a little, but it'll probably correct itself. Very interesting smoke so far. It's a Connecticut, but it's got more flavor to it than that, typically. I've had this sitting a while. Pretty good so far. Getting a little more bitter now. I'll have to go slower on it so it'll preserve the flavor better. And I'm just going to see how it develops and come back. Okay, I am back. And I am over an inch. You gotta stand, break it up, sit and stand maybe. Do a few videos here, but the head's hanging on nicely. It's an overall even burn. The flavors are very nice for a Connecticut smoke. See, it's got the black on the ring there, kind of like a punch that I smoked before. It had that black on the ring, but that wasn't an indicator of a bad cigar because it stayed right around the ring. It didn't expand upward and canoe the cigar, you know. So it's going well. It's nice burn, nice ash, nice silvery looking ash here. This was sitting for a while in the tube. Then I just lit it fresh, so definitely specially done here by Ted. I mean, the guy who made the Maker's Mark, which is like $12 or something like that. This is one of his cheaper lines. But it's decent. It's a good cigar. Tastes a little bit of raspberry in it now. It tastes a little bit of raspberry with the hay taste and with the nut. Got some dry berries in here. Definite dry berry, maybe blackberry, maybe a little bit of raspberry. With that classic taste. You don't have to smoke 1920s tobacco sometimes. But anyway. Very nutty now, just a nice smooth nutty. It's almost like that Tampa Rose one that I had. I reviewed it some time back. Is that Connecticut? There. It's on the idea of that. On the level of goodness and stuff like that. Same price range too. Yeah, definitely the dry berries. Nut mustiness. Tiny bit of autumn, maybe. But the berry taste is coming through the dried berries. That is permeating it right now. burn is razor sharp. Look at that now. It's now coming in, it's burning evenly and nice. A little bit of a soda taste now to the retrohale with maybe a little brown bread, wheat, dried berries. Mustiness. Overall smoothness though, so I'll update you in a little bit. Okay, going well. Still a very razor sharp burn. Flavor's still overall the same. Simmering in a little bit more. A little bit of a tar. With a little bit more tar in here, but hey. Bitterness increased a little bit. Still creamy, but just the bitterness picked up some. Still that dry berry, nice taste in here. Tasting that raspberry now coming through a little bit. Has like a little bit of a, has somewhat of an aromatic feel to it, even though it's a regular cigar. That had all the nice odors when I unwrapped the tube, you know. So it kind of simmered through some and all that. A nice even burn as you see here. Okay. All right, here's actually where the better lighting is. There it is. I like looking at this, the way it burns, you know, I'm obsessed with that. I have more OCD kind of with stuff like this. Just something in my mind makes me want to look more at burn lines and ashes and stuff like that. The way it burns, this way I have a more accurate picture and an indicator. Shit. Fucking moths everywhere. Even it a little bit. So yeah. Going well. Retrohale's nice and crisp and smooth. I love the retrohale on this and the flavors that come out of it. A nutty raspberry, dry berry I should say. Dry berry, raspberry, dried raspberry maybe too. And wood notes. There's wood in here. And some spice picking up. It's not a flavorless cigar. This bad boy has flavor in it. So I'll shut it off for now. Okay, probably the last video I do. Maybe one more, but it might be the last. I don't see it changing so much that I'm gonna do it all the way to the bottom here, but the flavor profile overall is still the same. It's simmering down, if anything, toward the final third. I got some others, I taste a little tea in here. Again, a little bit of tea. Creaminess, but the berries still in here too, the dry berry taste still here. moistness. Moist autumn. I taste mustiness, wood. But I have other cigars I've been saving and aging a little bit. And I value them a little more highly than this because of the big name value, quality, and so forth. I wanted to save them till another time. And this one doesn't have as much of a name value. I don't know about it as well. Although I do now more. But I wanted to get it out of the way, and sure enough, it's a nice smoke. Very nice smoke. I highly recommend you trying this. Pay nearly $8 for it even if you have to. It's not bad. Comes in a nice tube. Razor sharp burn. So you're not going to lose here. It's still mild. It's not. It hasn't picked up in strength as it's went either. That's one thing I'll say. I'm about 50 minutes in probably. Also keeping up on the time, but I'm about 50. This is about a good. It'll take up to an hour. That's what I would say. And you'll puff on it. You'll want to taste the goodness, so it'll take faster too. Due to that. Plus it's not a very slow burner, but it's not too fast either. I mean, it's medium. It's a good hour. It's probably about an hour. Maybe a little more, depending. I smell clove in the secondhand smoke, like a clove kind of a smell. It was in the taste a little bit too, now that I recall. The newspaper smell coming from the outside. Dry berries still in here with the newspaper taste now. Autumn, moist autumn still. Wood, yep. Still the same. Nice flavor profile. I said give it a shot, but I'm going to go right now. Talk to y'all later.